Understand? I will say that proudly, as Mr. Bruce Golding did say. I do not think that is a Jamaica that I want to live in. No, this is not.
And then he come and tell them about blood and fire, comrades, and then use the music as a facade to send the intention. The intention is clear. The man previous argument before, labor rights now give it up easy, comrades. We have to fight for this. We're not afraid of them. We're not afraid of them. And then you come give us a song to say that blood and fire, meaning Jamaica must burn, our people blood must shed if the PNP is not winning. Come on, the melody behind it is just the facade, some Monica to send out the message.
Gustus, who you think more diarrhea, PNP or Labour right?
PNP.
No PNP, man.
You know, Labour right more diarrhea, PNP more brainwash.
Well, yeah. Yes.
Don't mean well, you're not easy to understand that.
That's true. That's true.
PNP is easily brainwash.
That
Labour
is true.
diarrhea.
That is true.
You know, in a bad way now.
Look here, sir, sir,
brainwash people.
sir,
It's
needed that.
them sense. Jesus.
Me,
This be the support all the while. And this, the way you never diarrhea. You just brainwash.
No, me 2 lakhs don't remember.
no, me never brainwash.
Yo, me the brainwash. I tell you that. But diarrhea.
I will do change around. I will not come around. The election, yeah?
Man, all 7 party, man.
No, man. Me talk about this youth and name 2 lakhs.
Oh.
This ago my first general election vote for JLP.
Oh, so you're a newbie for the JLP.
However, the past local government election I voted JLP. You understand? Let me tell you why. Let me tell you where me start.
Which constituency you from, if you don't mind?
Killarney South, and that is exactly where I was going to tell you about. You see?
My mama do.
Yeah. You see, in growing up, I remember there was this man known as Brascoli. He was a JLP candidate.
Yeah, Brascoli. Me about Brascoli.
Yeah, Brascoli used to go about and give out books. Exercise books, some like a green exercise book with him face and pencils. Now, yes, we could have taken pencil them because the pencil them never green. We cannot hide the books. Understand? Remember my grandmother? Huh?
You couldn't take the book then?
No, we couldn't take the book. We couldn't take the book. The book them green or white. Couldn't take have Brascoli face pan. Yet still them would have the blue eye white man pan calendar put up in the house. You understand? But we couldn't take we could Brascoli book carry yard. It would happen that let me tell you what I see happening in Chilani. And at them time I start my politics different. PNP used to run top Chilani, South Chilani. Understand? The last member of parliament from the People's National Party in a South Chilani was Doreen Chen. Before Doreen Chen, there was a man known as Carl Frater. And that man, after him win member of parliament, he would have eluded South Carolina. He left. He no come back. You understand? Michael Frater father me attack. Now, it would have happened again that Doreen Chen, she did, and there were minimal things that she would have done, like the regular things where public works normally used to have to do, like make a roadside them weed and patch roads, 1 and 2 road and all of that. But Matt D came, and Matt D is before Matt, so Van McDaniel would have go about in every community, and he would carry football, and he would have carry jerseys, he would have carry football boot and socks and shank guard, and then Alfred Chen come on the platform and Mr. Clifty from St. Anne's and then start supporting them. So the young people would have drawn to them during that era. You understand? I remember in my community, Alfred Chen, because he did purchase some land in the hill interior to do some kind of mining or whatever I did plan to do. Decided that, because he used to fly around with the helicopter, and decided that we the young people asked him for bus a repair for we play field in a house hospital. And I tell you this. You see, by the time the woman decides, say, yo, okay, I go here, you know, because he always a come land the helicopter. And we can't play ball when the helicopter and stuff like that. So we have to tap. And he left. And the ball ground did want to fix. And the man said, okay, we go fix the ball ground for you now. And the man carry grader, a front end loader and truck and roller come the bump one morning and start grade down the field. And I tell you, say by the middle of the day, the rain chen come there and I want cast and hold it bad word and disrespect. And both go sue and this and that and all the stuff there. And I right there, so the ball ground get left, brother. One whole heap of pipe did come for pipe out the whole of South Trelawny. If every part of South Trelawny get running water in a house. Only some place up there have running water. Well, my house have running water. Always. You understand? But there are other people who needs it. And see, by the time she look, brother, there goes the pipes. You see the very same ball ground? Oh, them the time that PNP may represent, brother.
No, the lady you talk about.
She was a member of parliament for PNP and she did win up there.
Okay,
but Matt D's come on the scene. When time she lose against Devon Daniel. See? The next thing you know, the pipe them gone. You understand what I say? So, in Jamaica, when we notice Devon McDaniel, then Miss Dalrymple Filberts came. And I was in support of PNP just the same. That time, Garnet Reid became the representative for the People's National Party. Me go campaign with them. Campaign, yesterday, over this and all of them things there. But see Miss Dalrymple Filbert start putting in work, the community center in Albertown, the park, the little road board place, the road, the town road in Albertown. You understand? Various community roads start get fixing. Next thing me know, the ball ground where Mr. Alfred Chen never get the chance to fix, the late Alfred Chen. She fixed it and put up 4 light posts round it with light where we could have played a football match night time or Sunday evening time. And we the people no maintain it. So me nah blame she if you no maintain it. You understand what I say? Fire station, then break ground for fire station start in that region there to build up fire station. She has done quite a number of things. The only other thing I think that Miss Dalrymple Filbert should have started a focus on was to get in more water supplies in South Trelawny. Otherwise, she do a fairly well job. You understand what I say? And PNP people will not see that and say, well, she did that and that was a plus. She did that and that was a plus. PNP people live in denial. And that is not good for Jamaica.
So that cause of a switch?
From time that me start gear up for switch, but when me start focus on God now, man, no member of parliament in Jamaica no relevant to me. A bro God, I boss. Me never used to call bro God. You understand? But Andrew Wellness are the boss right now, brother.
Yeah.
But everybody would have voted in. Every PNP what they vote for the person in a them. This major election is not about no MP. This particular election is all about Mr. Andrew Wallace. We can guarantee
I understand, yeah.
go
No
every
MP, no talk now.
eh?
No MP no talk, you have to just cover your face and mark Excel I bell.
Yeah, that I know what I say. I first never see this in a Jamaica, brother.
Yeah.
I
Like
first
Andrew 63 man in a one.
Andrew 63 smaddy in a one right now, brother.
Yeah.
You understand what I
Yes,
say? Bridget,
man, move like a robot, I tell you, you know, you see, you can't clear up but important to you there. What thing in real life we're going to do. And him say, I'm going to send me, then I'm going to do Westmoreland, then Hanover. And man, I real life, I whole heap of thing, man.
Bridget.
Man, real.
Me tell you what something for me see. You see when Andrew Wallace come, I'm up here. I'm up me live right now. And the man go up a regional. And he go up on his site, he work site. First go in at the hospital where they do the deep cleansing and refurbish and all of that. Over 50 years not do to that the hospital then. Not proper kept and all of them kind of stuff, you know. Understand? Big up Christopher Tufton.
I'm not going like a one day start up.
Them are going like I say since 2016 or since Corona. Cornwall Regional Rundown. How long? I hope them my daughter born, brother. My daughter born 2010. I mean, well want she fi born, but I hope they end up that she go born. Understand? Because I threw me that town during the time when she go born, and I hope well me auntie and my baby mother left from. They send them in ambulance come a Montego Bay. You understand? Bams come down the following day. You know? I go up there, the nurse was the midwife, I want my schoolmate. You understand? Same grade. So me get fairly taken care of, you know? My daughter mother they get take care of and all that. But for who less fortunate and who no know somebody one knows somebody or all of them kind of stuff. Need the same kind of so the partialism in a Jamaica is something we need to put out and start look on a wider set, more collective. You get what I mean? We can't keep on doing this same out. We can't do this for you because you're PNP. We can't do this for you because you're JLP. That don't make no sense. When we say Tanya Stephen refused to shake the Prime Minister and because she's hypocritical. That don't make no sense. Me say Damian Crawford after try to make the old lady shake the Prime Minister and then him turn around to shake the Prime Minister and to say sorry. Or to apologize. Let me tell you the truth. Andrew Wallace should have take out one wipes out a smaddy pocket and wipe off him and just drop it. Because that was so distasteful, very disrespectful, man. When people are gonna make a post say, oh, Andrew Wallace now have to put water in for my community because we can't live with the mosquito man. What kind of stupidity that?
Yeah.
We can't live somewhere.
Right, 2 lakhs. You like the right spot.
In an election there, voting bird paper. You know, and it's the same thing me and people are talking about Mark Golden. And it's kind of sad because, you know, the JLP that accepts Siaga, and Siaga was a man of the West, as we know for the longest while.
Ladies and gentlemen, Frank, it's a big difference. Frank, it's a big difference.
Me never done.
Well, I'm a chillano.
Just answer me. Never say, "Unu call him scandal bag. Unu see I got to the wrong. Unu nasty him up. What make we? What good for the goose, good for the gander. And if you know,
Where's a tit for tat?
Okay. When you want to and accept him, And
Frank,
this a man,
let me-
the people, the
Frank,
man,
let me
people
explain
say
something.
commit suicide. The people, them a man, they will commit suicide. Man, they
Frank.
walk up
Frank.
and down, take away their house.
Frank, let me explain something.
They take out what you call it, borrow money, 100% and a Mark Golding and Peter Bunting and bearing backside wall. You go in a, you have to be 100%. Come on, push a push and thief a thief.
Frank, let me explain
Me
something.
not put me not give no thief. He push no if you can no water. Not a father that. You see Mark Golding talking to people face straight.
All right,
Don't let him change. Skitty. Don't let him change this conversation. Skitty, don't let him change this conversation. Let me make him understand what the issue is so he know, because him saying it but he don't know. You are right. You are 110% right when you said Mr. Siaga was born in the United States. You're not wrong. But the difference is, before, at the age of 21 going in 22, before he entered politics, he knew he wanted to become a Jamaican. And he took it upon himself at a legal age at that time, 21, to make sure that he denounces American citizenship and becomes a Jamaican. So that's the difference between him and Mark Golding, who at 50 odd year old still don't have me never know the courage enough, right? Or the decency enough to say, boy, he don't want to have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. That's the issue, sir. That's the problem.
You done this, huh?
No. I want him to acknowledge it. And then, as since I'm here on the floor, I want.
Oh, okay. Come on. What the person said about the thing with Tiago. That's true. But the thing about it is, my brother.
You get the understanding? Did you get the understanding?
No. It's something that I understood exactly what was with the thing with Tiago. But you must also understand this, though. That under the Westminster, under the English system, you can't. But in America, you can't be a dual citizenship in America and Jamaica and become a member of parliament or anything like that. You have to eat up.
Frank, you know what the problem is? This man is flip-flopping. And as a Jamaican, and I'm going to point out when I say flip-flopping, it was his words, not my brother, that said, you cannot have 1 foot in the King country and 1 foot in Jamaica. You have to know where you stand. Mark Golding said that. Simple meaning now, why is it that he cannot come up for sure for one, say he was born here, and why is it that he choose not to denounce his citizenship in the UK? That's the problem we have in.
But is there a dispute? I wasn't aware that there was a dispute that Mark Golding didn't ban in Jamaica. The first, I was recent I hear them talk there. I didn't know that
there's a big
argument.
Can I get a
Yeah, get a brief. That's one of the biggest thing we have right now. Where remember, and as we just pointed out to you, his words. So you cannot have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Not my words. So therefore, why is it you find hard now? You want to lead a country, but you do not want to give your citizenship up. That's the problem we're having.
I don't think, in terms of that, I don't think that should be a big problem with Westminster.
It is a problem, sir. Frank, don't do that. Frank, don't do that. And I'm telling you why I say my brother don't do that. Macho Samuda is not running for the presidentship of this country. And the problem we are having, this is the big problem. It was his mouth, cock mouth a kill cock, say, you can't have 1 foot at east and 1 foot at west. I didn't say it. Him said.
What was he referring to? When he said that, though?
It doesn't matter.
No, it must matter, man.
No,
Listen
what he says. Listen what he says.
It must have some context to it, man.
Listen what he says. You can't have 1 foot over England and 1 foot in Jamaica, and that's what he's doing.
Me can get an address of a
Yes, sir. Please. Go ahead now. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Mr. Frank, good evening, sir.
Evening.
Yes. My question is, I would like to ask a question. Why is it that you would prefer to support a Mark Golding, which you technically knows nothing about, right? Over a Andrew Holness, where you probably didn't even have the chance to play football with? Why?
First to begin with. Why, I tell you. First to begin with, he's a lifelong member of the People's National Party. So therefore, I can support my party in every shape. In every shape and form. And so hold on, I'm going to answer you, my brother. I'm going to answer you. I just set the stage for that. We make it know, say. Just like how the sisters, a virgin said earlier on, I'm going to talk about the Prime Minister and Mr. Man going to defend him and stuff like that, and I respect that. I'm simply saying to you that as far as I'm concerned, Andrew Holness come from a humble background, I respect that. And I mentioned that further on. I give him props for that and he may elevate himself. Mark Golding is a guy where he is less than the politics, him come up to the Senate and we know about him less than we know about Andrew. And we can understand that also. Based on the beat where PNP get, the shellacking we get in 2019, Mark thrusting at the leadership. I don't think it's even something that him really want. But we have 14 seats and he becomes the leader of the opposition. Bright guy, smart guy, my doing thing. Now, why shouldn't I support him? As the leader of the party, he must prove himself. He's a good businessman, a family man, a decent guy. Why shouldn't I support him? Tell me. Why shouldn't I?
Can you stick a pin when you say good businessman? Good businessman means that you rob from the poor and give to the rich, right?
Come on, man. Let's not go there with that, man. That's a bit low, man. We're not going so low, man.
Why? But that's what
we're not talking about Robin Hood, man.
No, that's not Robin Hood, sir. That's
no,
not
we're going to talk about
Robin Hood.
We're not going to listen to politics.
Sir, Robin Hood took
Everyone
from the
realize
rich
that PNP ignore everything where the PNP does to destroy this country and everything else. And them ignore all of these things, you know.
From I am not talking about Robin Hood because Robin Hood rob from the rich and give to the poor. Mark Golding engineered FinSac, right? Darren Bunting and Golding engineered FinSac, which was the biggest bleed out of the poorer businesses in Jamaica into people who had money, who were rich. And that is something that you're supposed to know. Now, I have been a PNP supporter for almost all of my life, except for the past 4 years. You understand? Even when me never liked Peter Phillips, I still did not vote for Mr. Andrew Holness in 2016. Or no, not in 2016, in 2020. You understand? So it's not a matter of saying me a PNP or me a JLP. This is the thing about the politics that we're trying to get across in this modern day. We are Jamaicans. And if Mr. Andrew Holness is not fit at some point to be the Prime Minister of Jamaica, I support a vote against Mr. Andrew Holness. And if Mark Golding is fit to be the Prime Minister of Jamaica, right, I will support him. But his entrance is downright slack. His entrance is downright slack. You get what I mean? His political landscape as the President of the People's National Party have been nothing but derogatory and disrespectful and degrading, not only to our country but to the members of Parliament who is the leaders of the government of Jamaica. Very disrespectful person. You see that picture where I make sure I put up on the screen? I would love for the die-hearted PNP people to take a good look at it. Mr. Everall Warmington at a meeting. And you can do your diligent research, sir, and find out where Mark Golding stems from naturally. You understand? He is stemmed from a total Jewish background. Jewish people love when there is high inflation in any country so that they keep the barrage of money, sir. That is what he did in the FinSac that mashed up Jamaica. You, as a citizen of Jamaica, must stand against scandalous actions. You have been scandalizing. You are a part of the persons who scandalize and make repugnant speeches towards the sitting Prime Minister of Jamaica. And it is ridiculous that you people deny the facts and the truth about Jamaica and the growth that Jamaica has seen since Andrew Holness. It is ridiculous that you people can actually sleep peacefully at night knowing that you deny the truth and the facts about our country. You understand? That is not respectful, that is not intelligent, that is by no means anything generous, sir. And you people need to look into yourself. All of you PNP people who claim to be diehearted and supporting a Mark Golding regime in Jamaica, you all need to look into yourself and be honest. The Integrity Commission provided a 200-page last week to Parliament. You understand? None of which give any pointers to the Prime Minister being corrupt or illicitly enriched. You understand? It's about time. Look at my screen and you will see what I'm talking about. That is something that you are a part of. You support the man in the chain being held by the man, the white man, Mark Golding. If you don't support that, then you would have stand up for your country. You would have let your leader know that in spite of the fact that I've been a PNP supporter for all of my life, this is downright slack and degrading, and we do not support that. And we will step aside from what you did. Because even if him apologize, it no make no sense. The whole of repugnant and dumb and stupid. I only need to pack on the things and go. Una no good opposition. Una set up opposition. I have never seen the Honorable Edward Siaga oppose Mr. P.J. Pattison or Mr. Michael Manley in any disrespectful form ever before. I have never seen that. I have never seen Mr. Edward Siaga pulled off any mental slavery kind of actions in Jamaica. Neither have I ever seen Mr. Manley done so. You understand? And this what your president, this one the party president choose to do. If you got prison for it, if you tie up on one stake and get some fat rock. And all of you who support it, including Gate and Campbell and Peter Bunting, and the whole of you need to throw in one barrel and go up a Blue Mountain Pete and let it go.
All right, that's another brother.
I'm looking and every day watching the different bloggers, just going through different social medias, listening the commentaries, the people that came on, and I'm saying to myself, I saw a poll released by Dan Anderson, and we kind of know where he's coming from. But I'm saying if Jamaicans are really, really, really attentive and are looking at issues, voting on the issues, it should never even be a close election. A number of people saying it's going to be tight, it's going to be close. That should never be a question. I think an bonus should be be able to just go around and greet the people as always, and should have this all locked up in the bag. Unfortunately, what we have seen and have been seeing, you know, it was yesterday I was at a live, and a young lady brought out this, what is happening in Jamaica. And during slavery, and I know the story, I know the quotation. There was this lady who freed a lot of slaves through the Underground Railroad into Canada, southern Ontario. And they asked her one day, Harriet Tubman, they asked her, could you have saved people and bring them to safety? And she said, yes, I could have. And they asked her, what happened? She said, a lot of people did not know that they were free. They were so entrenched because that's all they knew, bondage, slavery. And even when freedom came, they did not know that they were free. And as a result, the history is what it is. And I kind of look at that as Jamaica. 1 second.
Turn the background down, please. The noise in the background.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I kind of look at that to say the same thing seems to be so evident for Jamaicans that don't even know and understand the kind of success and the things that they can enjoy, that very soon they don't have to leave the shores of Jamaica for anything, just for vacation and back. They give this administration a chance. And to see the current administration have to be fighting for survival and oppose is kind of scary. It was evident last night when a former councillor came on, and you listen to the misinformation and the disinformation that they practice. And the saddest thing about it is people who should or deem to have some intelligence or some education is a brick. Because what he was saying last night didn't make any sense. One, he said that the government have corruption running on steroids, which I tried to dissect his statement as to where he was going, what he really meant. And he went off on a road read, didn't even know the position of the guy, and didn't even remember what position he held. He knew he was education, but he didn't say it was real race. He called somebody else's name. It tells you that they run off heresy. They run off heresy
too fast, disregarding the fiscal responsibility approach that this government is taking and advocate recklessness. And that was the first time we lose ratings fee, right? Him advocate for recklessness. And what this administration do, we stock it out and we be patient. We pay and we be good stewardship was applied, right? And we get the debt down, right? So come now, 2025, we have money, we can buy the bus, right? With our own money, we can make road with our own money. We not borrow no money for do them. We have a solidarity program, right? Jamaicans can testify, say first, then see them receive so much money back, whether in an income tax or XYZ from the government. Any way how they might get it back, right? Jamaican.
Guana?
We there. Jamaican advocate and I can speak. I know say first, whole heap of these in infrastructure and development are being done, right? And how they're being done, most of it is being, yes, we borrow money. I'm not gonna say we not borrow money. You have to borrow money for running a country. That is a part of the revenue earning, right? But we dictate the pace of how we borrow, right? In under PGA Patterson, the IMF have to draw some strict measures, right? And put a leather belt over Jamaica to get back their money, right? Where we have to suffer wage freezes, our police and our teachers and our nurses was not being paid, or them paid it took a one place where they could move, right? While at the same time when them pay stuck, inflation did a rise, right? PJ, after IMF beat PJ if we get back the money. Them tell PJ they all know, and PJ got borrow money from private loan agencies with high interest rate again, right? Because as citizens of the country, we are currencies, right? We don't like it, yes or no, on some form of currency, like we depend on a credit system, right? And our leaders can use and abuse that, whether to help us as citizens or use it for them own personal gain when it comes to finance and financing from other country, right? And that the PNP them do. Every time the Michael Manley regime burn up the NIR and give away money and tell people if we go farm and without any policies in place, and just give away NIR and give the people are buy bike, people are buy car, people are buy this, no farm in do. People just are give money, right? It's very man that is seeking to become the government of the country is direct beneficiary of the fins at the bank. Imagine every bank that is blood that is organic to the country, everyone at Jamaica bank collapsed, right? But this the DBNG, the Bunting and Golding, did not grow tremendously, did not grow astronomically. One institution will grow while everybody else just collapse. That not funny.
Yeah.
And then only if you find out say your name is linked to it, where high percentage of the interest rate that was being collected was going not directly to your name, right? And then they gonna say this man have integrity. This man need this FinSec report need to send that money to jail, but they can't really lock up people for policy and legislation that was passed. So we as the people have open up eye. I know say the People's National Party is worse than cancer, right? Them is a ledger party, right? Them is not responsible. Their leaders and their administration, they might be drunker than coke. The man not even know when them most time you hear my talk on campaigning, know when this man say Peter Phillips was the Prime Minister for Jamaica. And I want to know whenever Peter Phillips ever resided over Jamaica as the Prime Minister, right? This man is done for, and you can't have an idiot and make mistake where around the country, because sometimes them when I go sit on a negotiation table and I make big chat and if you pass big rules for it, and you can't have an idiot I make big chat for you, Squitty. You understand?
Yeah.
You have to have man who can think fast and think quick on the fly, but Mark Golding strike me as a wrong. He come like, them man, they 16-year-old, them but did a piece up themselves and a poop up themselves at high school. I saw Mark Golding strike, right? A man who never battle or struggle with nothing in our life. But Jamaica, we're at a pivotal point in the history of the country where we as citizens can live good life, right? And if we ever decide to we're gonna be reckless or play a gamble, right? This is not a relationship where you can go in today and come out tomorrow morning, and that's how it works, right? If you elect a bad prime minister, you have to go by it with him until the tenure done, and then the people decide them are gonna do again. And not today and tomorrow business. And One day.
Sorry for respect.
Samwise.
Alright, the whole line in our own thing.
Alright, holy there's some.
Much is expected. Yeah? So that is why you find some people who say, nothing now go on for them. It is right there in front of them, you know. And you call them and not give it to them, you know. You send them to heart and them don't go. And yet still them come and say, nothing now go on for them. Because what they bury the one talent where them have. And their ability is just to exercise one talent. And you just need to take that one talent and go and exercise it and see if whether or not you can grasp that more talent.
Right. All right. Well, that's all.